who brought that company to the ministry. Karma has a way, and we, the minority, will pursue the person and make sure there's full disclosure. Mr. Speaker, the cocoa farmers, they have reduced producer price, and Erikopoku cannot be found. They don't care about cocoa farmers, and they are here telling us inflation, macroeconomics, lebedi. Macroeconomics lebedi. Mr. Speaker, Galamsey continues. Ghanaians continue to suffer under this Galamsey hardship, and we expect concrete action to be taken on Galamsey. Mr. Speaker, to conclude, our elders say, give credit where credit is due. Mr. President is telling us today that some gains have been made. Those gains through this goal for reserve. Mr. Speaker, the goal for reserve policy, what they have failed to tell Ghanaians is that the Baumia that they attack, Mr. Speaker, the Baumia that they attack, the Baumia that you attack is the brainchild of this policy. Mr. Speaker, I would want to urge the government, give to Baumia what belongs to Baumia. And Mr. Speaker, we are happy they are showing a picture, trying to embarrass the former finance minister. We've seen, but very soon, let me assure you that somebody, a senior appointee who is in charge of this tribe net, will go to jail. So the one behind tribe net, the one who introduced tribe net to the ministry, who is chopping money, Mr. Speaker, we are happy you are showing. Very soon we'll bring a picture. Then you will see the one in charge of TribeNet duping innocent Ghanaians, duping their unemployed youths. There are many youths who are looking for jobs, and this TribeNet, with the connivance of an appointee of government, she will be exposed. So you continue with Kenoforiata. Soon and very soon it will be your turn. Mr. Speaker, I will conclude by saying that this side of the house, we are ready today to debate on this SONA. And by Monday, the true SONA will be revealed by the minority. By Monday, we, the minority, will present to the people of Ghana the true state of the nation. Mr. Speaker, that's it. Let me thank you for the opportunity, and I wish Mr. President well. Thank you very much.
Oshami se ubehu a na membo be se NDC kuku boy no ma me yen say about 2 minutes it fashim ye wi a na ba back na ba di enkomo no aha movement television so it me hwe se Eric Edebeba na endo president Mahama kasa no na me wan kakra se oti make reference to 2022 inflation na so 2022 yeah. And the MPP, yeah, and the same MPP, no, MPP sentiment 52%, about 23%. John Mahama still makes reference to that. Then, now what the Asaba say, and they about do less than 4%. Yeah, I mean, who significance of 52% inflation? Honestly, yeah, I mean, because Sawaka say, high as 52%. To what end? What do you achieve then? Because your conversation you have when no 52% no, it's of no relevance. The relevant one is that 2023 2024 MPPA for abemu na inflation eda say the obeto ye ede de would be do na beka ho asem now the call asa ayana me yana mentiase wasa ka asem bi efa DDEP a started by year 2022 na Ghana ye ho kire ye no waka asem bi oba bi ma menhwe se bi quickly no Master Pacho so betima bo NDC Koko a video and I made the NDC Koko.
The price is going to be a very, very, very good price. So those of you who don't have cocoa farms, go and start looking for land.
In fact, Gunibano me can say a bina nyadia kran kwa for 3,007, no for 6,000 emekuyanino. A bag. Because I think cocoa kwenin in the bag na a buying cotono. Bag anto bag back on 60 million. Yes. A bona abrochi because you need her. Moba. Unim. No. Never me chance. Yanya. Na cocoa ya dia na se kuafodia.
Cocoa farmers are what Ghana ha. Abani ought to be one you want in the year. Abani ought to be where system will be play. Abani wa from Winsika be play. The Damepana Makayide. Cocoa no mono. Cocoa bag biala abani button or button wa brochi. Oya Sika 9,800. Oya Ghana is Canada no more 98 million Ghana cedis. One bag. There's a button 98 million cedis. Ghana is a share of cocoa board in there. Or that one until the risk of Mabasa, such a Mabasa, no Wafakul, no the cocoa farm and woman a being. Then when my belly ought to be only the West in Italy, or no one for a being, no one of cocoa farm and a the way it's cocoa about the Biala or the Watanen, and for that ban, I'm a cocoa farmer, 65 million Ghana cities. 65 million Ghana cities. Instead of my 65 million Ghana citizens, I buy one of cocoa farmer or 30 million. And that's extra 3,000 Ghana cities. And see, what 65 and one more 30 million. If whatever you win there, I ban it or you in there. What's the car MPP? I ban Wafa or yeah, bag Biala what Bolivia. What's the car 35 million. When was the president Gufado, Union Baumia, and the MPP I ban what was the one
effective today? Thursday, 12 February 2026, the new producer price for the remainder of the 2025-2026 crop season will now be 41,392 Ghana cedis per ton and 2,587 Ghana cedis.
Ochema Brian, I don't get okay, Mati. It's really don't worry. You better have any daughter don't fair. I could di enkomo say ye share state of the nation address. Nana make us say baby. President Mahama kase I 2022 Ghana ye kwa hu chemu pa ema ye koye DDEP restructure ne ebai na omo so ba ye no omo de sinking fund ba eno mai koye a further negotiations bi na se no Ghana afede Ghana baby put enumdwa was Ghana is on the runway kese ye said ye sikrom ye dware abopada ya kan no lipstick kama Edi abontin according to President Mahama baby osaka say bi say na ye negotiate DDEP no na ese MPP aban no adwinboni bi wo yitim eno nti no ese ne ye pusi eka no ekwa akiri say daache mafo adache ntirimafo enema meye saade no eme sofa saade no na adopeme so na mehwehwe document bi mu ana mekohwe Cocoa board document bi a mewo Bank of Ghana 10-year loan ya omojin under John Mills, but I don't yes omojin under Professor Mills na mame kaki tuebi we Cocoa board for document ekutame the best may establish they say aban ba na say wo ye project and okwaje besia aban bie ni holoma wabo besia ana kwa negotiate bibia waka say eye wono within the term for the 4 years no obetimi atua eka ni nyina enya dokore. But that was what President John Dramani Mahama sought to do yesterday our parliament, and I want to disprove that. Say asem na work no at the height of dishonesty. Okay? Aban bia ni ho empacho buidam se koko sika ene de kosi ya wowa. Me nyebi nana say koko is ekwafosika ene kosi ya wowa buidam ma me hwese e wo hase no ma. Hello prof dog ba chwate menka. Afa do timi kama. Okay. All right. Ene yanko waso wate menka. But so to be card ya patcho enra menim so timi follow discussions course war parliament o manpanyin John Dramani Mahama command state of the nation address as demanded by the constitution. Patcho wutimi tie ya wo highlight de hin
yo minia bema amina wase na menchia achifu nyina na menka se mitie bi fa na meka se na mebo no tofana makase na akoye se campaign message yewura John Dramani Mahama you be a fa politics ho de as a dachen students benya adaje hwea no pa ese ye hwe no na ye hwea ni ye pa because onum kasa na no de na he knows what to say at when wonimbre bia asema yese onka me born abaso pa we politician ba kwa me penasem pa wo kwaya o faso tese emfa ho ne se de asem no esitie obetimi aka ama sabe se nya no krakra na sabe o enya no krakra na ebetimi adane no krakra kope obon ho moden pa na me hwe ne nsem o de keka ye na ba kwa eye me nwa ye job creation economy na nkasa growth no instead dan so ni we dey compare 2024 economic growth rate, better than what happened 2025. And the growth no is done so any dia abana kwaso the sika wakaso best spend no so best spend 260 billion Ghana cedis. Actually media review or so about 250 billion. And so we what we want to spend only 194 billion. Let's just say over 56 or so billion na okaso be spend when me spend that is the never be ono kra no ya ba odisi na nizu so be no when me anye na sa nema no na minu ya senka wotimi ye ya enka broni be ka job creation de adwuma be ba o mu say enye sabe employer sa ban ko na create job there but they are enam say aba no eye the biggest spender in the economy no sa aba no sika otimi spend masika be kroma ema ankrankre ensake sika omu raje so omu ko market akudiga omu tono so omu ze nipa bere baba to a omu ko baby omu ko fa no ko fa ntentem producers ho ema producers nya akwanya produce more producers no so ko ba se omu produce a ehono na omu tre omu nkrabatam efa enipa adwumade efa na employment na say economy no aye down ama economic activities no ko form ama akwanya antajadifo benya de aton niema no abrase enti producers so akwanya omo de be produce niema na abrase enti ukoka say watimi aya create jobs of 1 million within the first 9 months asem we start in credit enti menya no credit daja yesi panyi ni Toronto waye man panyi ni ya baka ne say enti menya no credit Minka say I'm within tro, but then Timmy no cre 1 million jobs a day within 9 months. Ghanaian economy no grano, we soon in the buyer 18 criti jobs no. Diana or can say or mobile you may nipa be at the biakushim. So no grano say who casana and your job creation, but no crown nipa you modini more do makushimono enurusa. And the programs also cast my banny and my can crano. A timia creating new jobs of 330,000. And no crano, Meneganas of Cassavis and Yan Wagon mean just figures 330,000. Yeah, John Dramani Mahama Casa, so specifically, was it the data from Ghana's Saska Service? Saska Service boss on NK, what bad this data I bet you just say 330. This is a John Dramani Mahama because of 1 million. We didn't need you, Papa. Nasam no na emuye dedodo. Again, or kasama yes economy no wabe changing am economy na ye pa eno so nya no kre ya ka economy a enye said inflation ko ana enye cedi no ko eno kre cedi no na enenam 15 almost 15 14 cedi 70 pesos tam obedi ade no ene cedi no nenam 11 cedis eno no kra me kwa na kwa Bank of Ghana asem because ajadifo a omo the dollar kwa ama no ne ko kra ne ma no omo disika ko banga miya ya they be okota ko Japan ko fane ma e ba boso kan e beto ne misa anhwere me kan obi a onima boso kan bi anim papa pa okọ me maami nua ba pa no last week ne maami na ewu aye call no maami aye ne maami na me maami the same and the parents ntimi ye ne Asante for the me kan ze me nua no so me first guy ya o sinanse o peso ko Japan sika odi akoto bank almost 3 weeks almost for bank for no friend ka change dollar no munya bi ti o mra meje ogia obeko black market na akosesa eti de so ko si di aba from abedu 11 no omo ko kwanso kra ko kra ni ma no onye sa na omunya no omo ko black market ko ton far higher than 11 na ye ka no na even inflation kra say 3.8 no maybe say me nyini I say settings young children may be ubi abefa because we inflation figures na Ghana's cash service bekano mistake ke say bi omo ye was weighted inflation for non-food 3.9 weighted for food 3.9 now ostake average of 3.9 and 3.9 was say 3.8 e wo kwa entro kese because you can average it should be in between so per average of 10 and 1 it is 5.5 is in between 10 and 1
then the average no be 10 plus 1 divided by 2 that be 5.5 yes
and the average can never fall outside the range of the numbers mentioned the highest and the lowest so numbers mark 1,000 now find the average and the average can never fall outside the lowest and the highest. It can never be so. And so Ghana's of cash service. Yeah, so I say me na me kazi bia o mbaba abontina be pa Ghana chow. And so still no young president they can I was inflation here 3.8. It's not me buza say Ghana's of cash service so boss no ba abontina be because weighted non-food 3.9. Weighted food 3.9. Overall headline inflation year on year 3.8. Hey, that's what Bannon. It is a deeper common as a Ghana say no. Oma Shushaman who says 7 previous Ghana for 7. Ya joining will form kakra. Now you didn't trust ya. It's me. And let's tell the people what they want to hear. It's not what can get this country to where it has to be, but yen can sama among for your bombetimie na ama omo ato wo and ye can that stability na ye can stability no grind and realistic na ade ba ko aboy radon dramani Mahama ban pa Ghana fo nim na mamenka sabe mesrama ye kan ya na ye kan bre ye sabe me kan za men cheza men kwa na menim nyansa me kira ma dwen keke na bi America ni say ni Ghana for do na fo mani ni ye kire na America ni say we share na kufu ado press omo petrol bo diesel ko duru 26 and 23 cedis per liter and na super no petrol no ko duru almost 18 inflation ko duru 54 and then oba e the abattery and niama e see wona na kufu ado press no se bisi na wa hwe sa inflation 54 no kra no e bebro and na wi ase amansen Joshua Tadin ama petrol ananka na kufu ado press no this is cocoton $1 barrel $121 na and now kwa unya $60 something dollars and what to say half it is another kufu ado press na petrol 1 liter ye 17 cedis or 18 cedis na sa man send just $121 then about $60 na say we can tell me say petrol na by 11 1 liter by 11 or 10 cedis a day achievement I'm saying just no seneko $80 per barrel and $90 per barrel one shine and near me basic room hano this is nipa bi se omo niema eko It is sometimes it say minion mu bia ba bontene e be bo papa wi aba so say waya ade a na ha me e say you share only the outcome you share the input to say economic analysis no input output and then see and the man dey see dey buy and buy even as akamamu kra no say ye kasa na say ye mpensempense mu a ye nkasa enura minua godna sabedi akoko odwa so oba ewunya sei na jodun fe suko odwa so oba ewunya sei nti jodun fa aka na yewura golden on the I'm sorry on the utimi nya adodo no ye hwe ebeba de na yewura golden ye na be hini fa na okodi ni juma niema ben na circumstances ben na wo ho na jodun fa so se na netie wense wo hwe ni mienu nyina wo ko hwe the results no nko a wo be mistake de bia enya results nko na emum the demand results ne baaye no enso Ghana nano sabin produce am no obi e kasa wo man create economic mess be no obi create because o pa chere say Nigeria yes dollar akufu ado a create mess o ma dollar ko 17 cedis. Let us even say sana netia akufu ado on na president of Nigeria na because Nigeria at the time na yene $1 says this 20 pesos no Nigeria $1 360 naira koduru baby yene $1 koduru 17 no na Nigeria 1 naira koduru 1600 naira from 360 naira no koduru 1600 naira Nigeria eti na kuvuado na sabe ne mess no or they call Nigeria na global. In fact, it was on record say, see that since 1972, within a minute, pounds, the value no abe higher than dollar. But for almost 2 or 3 days, somewhere October 2022, you say dollar be now value than pound, and that was a record since 1972. Never see that. And now I know because you know a pound no higher than dollar, but for almost 2 or 3 days in October 2022, we saw less than 1 pound being exchanged for $1 dollar. The PIR we get more of you need more can say pound or value, higher value.
Dollar, yes.
And so for the first time since 1972, 2022, somewhere in October, for almost 3 continuous days or 2 days, that is what we witness in the global, forest market. Oh,
that way the batch me so me try dwemra adewe so ni statement no ka ade batcho tie ma me na chechim kakra was saying looking at Ghana's restructured debt profile, it is clear the negotiators on our side were intent on kicking the can down the road with the largest repayment scheduled between 2025 and 2028. We confronted this crisis with action, not rhetoric. We established sinking funds, restructured obligations, and pursued bilateral agreements. It is very said ye DDP who asem no worker. Now by the time of mobile no, na kenofurata early DDP yina maya ye restructuring yina say ye betu eskadi bi say debt restructuring aba amedi data ba but President Mahama can say the MPP aban negotiators no na adwenboni bi wo mutim say omo tab no mbo so mbetua no mu pusi na wo bi obeba be di ade no wono abosa aka na me pacho amamuo ene eka besi abo ene ni repayment no aban be na waba the 4 years no wataka say loan wa meji die within 4 years say bitua ya na spill over a man but wo was a records no
na make us era President Mahama no on the State of Nations address no so wo ka say wo hwe mu ahụ eye ntronko a me pese me yi ba ko afiri mu ntronko a na won say papa no was very intelligent, the most successful politician this country has ever produced is President Mahama, because politics we first say we me personally as a friend and as a brother say me will be a impactful back okra obi di influence me na my so passionate na my so na I have me but no a doesn't get me doesn't affect my emotion view Because we say a normal, a new normal. Minya, what's okay? The year 2021, ever query, Ufa NDC budget statement, ya budget reading and say, appendix number 10A, table 10A. Uberu Safi we are making what's in 2021, na Ghana yaka from 1957, according to 60 billion. At the end of 2021, na Ghana your total debt according to 60 billion. Na 60 billion, emu 21 billion. And yet, President Mahama and President Mills 8 years, you know, from 1957 all the way to the end of 2021, your total debt stock, no, na a year 60 billion. Now you're President Mahama no president. You want you're Mills,
Professor Mills.
Almost 8 years, no. 21 billion. Now you man, that's abana canning now. Now almost contribution 29 billion. Abana canning now, but you're John Dramani Mama especially. Time will take you over from Mills, no. Or Bosia Papa Bosians or bar. Seven previous interest rate in that and farm. And he not just a certain he was bent on doing something, you know, then found only the cost of it. Now, many are a kakawe, you know, and on that, a quarter 2021, na yen teaming chia, you are kind of overreacted anymore. Acquire, and she say, you are born, now you're the cat $13.1 billion. You are born, qua. You are kind of overreacted no more, and she say, and she say, almost the 4.7 billion, I say, it's a good. We and say, apart from the flow, no stock, no, you just are 2027. That's the maybe America. It is I say when you know, also domestic debt exchange in a you know. Now, a Taduana, a debra buying Tina buyers as a share. It is any bilateral, any China for a car at China, a car at Germany, almost the canny baby chair and tea, a cannon yet. 60 billion at the end of 2021. At the end of 2024, next number $49.3 billion. December 2024, Nanya President Mahama and Nanya President. Now, a cana a 60 billion at the end of 2021, December 2021. At the end of December 2024, next number $49.3 billion. Yeah, our budget statement in table no or some figures weighing in our. It is a yakani at Tesua, and your President Mahama, Nama Teso, Ken of Oriata, and Naba Yiminko for Napamfo, and a two son monoma, Yinya that achievement. Again, answer the year President Mahama Ebano. Nancy say, Yentia, that's talk on your Tiana and I do your corner. She said, no, years I say 2023. Say, you suspended payment to no court 2027. Same way as some of the Biamacramic and the interpreters Mahama buy, you know, a month for who's the BIA, the NSA. Apart from the flow, no, you're in stock. You're debt in the stock on a dorsal. You're in stock. And Ama and Takadu, the Bank of Ghana, Begina Ghana, Burma Chiano, Yame Adaroma, and the Intia. And then I'm a Bank of Ghana, when ya Ahumaswo, any Aquenya, or sorry, Manti our $1 billion. Ebe guma amasidino akojina baby jina aye that artificial you know asem enkomo aye dia as one say wabeka in fact me can say last year budget no crown era ato Forson and so can be say so mo be o ma ya ma that no kofo na me say how who ba dia na why and she say na dika ko ama DDP ma that no kofo mo no amanfo di aba dada na tema say wakwa DDP Ubaya achievement of DDP no. What's una we DDP na bo ama debt no.
What's omo the sinking fund aba akọ treasury market na yakwa koye renegotiations. We the for cost kakra sinking fund na say
sinking fund no. The year 2016 ho baby no. 2015 to 2016 the san common share. Say that time no the first time Ghana ye call Eurobond Koje Bosia ye 2007 under Era President Agye and the first time Ghana ye call Eurobond market say e koje bon na instead na hihye ni sitie no yewra John Dramani Mahama so ba no so be jepa etina afi na edu bra ye betua etina ni tia na sadien e ba se ye kotua ye boom sika no so o ji sika no bebe free Bank of Ghana di kotua e betumi ma wusi di na se ya ma economy ni betumi ahwehwai prekope na se be ya sa boom so e maye no e na omo call say ene ye yankobo bosia in preparation for sa a country no so be ya yenya shock ni ntino yen kreki sinking fan no na yen pesikantu na ye pesikatu ma sikanu kwa bosia no mkobo de betu mo nyeze bia Ghana esika ye bia me bia ka na ye bia tum yen ko pop bosia fa betu sa fan no na se nyame eboa ema sa fan no enso enya interest na ewo ni epe bigumu no se du se ye tua eurobond na ya amere na ye yisika from directly de tua enti almost as thinking finance na sta kakra gum me you fiscal ba na sheda no so be around 200 to 300 million na no so be tama MPP buy no so mo buy no sa tam so no na kana yera Donald Kunkufo ha se boy eye eurobond no na amature da edu tama ese yitua tena akufu ado so bae no na sika na ya hwesenke wasenke fa mu edi betua ka no na entimi ntua na enso enam sa ayo so ntinu omo bo mo design sa na tede a yemfa sinking fund no enkoye collateral na yemfa nkope loan na yemfa ntua ka no ntia no na akufu ado kwa njubati ena omo bae na akufu ado beto sinking fund ena o misuse no over 300 million figure over 300 million and then that million and wa misuse no e kana na aka eso kotua no na sika na ohi o de betua na do so chair de na wo sika ni mu and o de koy collateral akodi loan ni nyina be ka ye kana enti koduru 2021 na be 60 billion so atiase na me kura me thinking fan ya de a ubusame a I don't think say I agree with the principles. Sarah Golden as I be there kwamba Jordan fe ho. Abebo bosia 1 million ewo me ho. Ya nhihye ni say mfie edu achi no be na ase atua. Mfie du no ya abeso a nhihye ni say de busumi bia no ubetua amount bia ma me. O se sa sika no ni tia no ebe ya medinti no mfie du no beso no wakobo bosia foforo e de akogu baby ya sa abusia no so wo interest rate ya ubetua e de akogu baby say wo de twen say Jordan fe de ne be wo na wo de atua meka adenti na ne wo ntwen ma Jordan fe de ni nu okoye nhihye e wo bosia bo ho bosia bo sem ho na Jordan fe de no e wo a na ta sa abusia na tua ne directly rather than say ukobo bosia de akogu baby ama no so ehu interest rate awu agu ho na edu say ukotua o kana we yi akotua me ana ade a sabe yesi nyansa ni nipa ba akutiri ma me nyansa kakra me ode na me fi say sabe previous ampanifo manuma na it didn't make much sense to me.
It's my check is ano doc me check is ano na second finance 2017 na $250 million and them and them and MPP for so buy so no you use $70 million and the kutia 15-year-old eurobond na be mature 2030 eurobond
enti omo no akire no yaku anim na ekatua no ba bum no omo de sinking fan no koye collateral enum na adongo ne omo maka no so omo kire se all the time be our politicians they major in the minors asem obeka na mo fa nchemi o menka se uze Ghana no enye Ghana for your man ye ni atepa but your biggest problem I want to say yempe reading kwa nipa kwa sabe yemu mpanimfo bi omo enimu ngoma che me bebrebe ayanka sabe predators na maybe wanka so mo na tiase better no omo kasa utimi hu sai yempe reading Ghana your man be I know ye problem pantina bia no obi ka asem bia ya Europe the mama kwatim ka say you short memory na ye ni short memory na emum we don't follow events yen follow niema enti bia no I say obi adwene no ho sabe kwaya na no nsa be kona no na bia obi a eye ho adwuma enti o ma no nsam no mu kakra bi mo ye am journalist ni few other politicians na seriously no omu follow trends and you know so SMBC na otumka say but 10 years ago it was this it is an I say that is I very unreasonable but ordinary Ghanaian no or join kwa obefa so didi ho but that is a big problem because Ghana ye nyina man it okay say wo dwene nko awo na de aka no emfa ho ana me kura as a lecturer me kasa you reduce I mean your problems be but why wouldn't me come for bitimi e ka tem say George e dey na ope Ghana e fa ho be Chama Ghana be say inse na na de Ghana bai oh be ka kire me dey because me nim say asuti papa no mo de ma me e chen say the way a man for edi matem the way how I'm always victimized here and there no asuti papa no mo de ma me but me so me ma dwimu de me pe o ma futu no na emum ya me sa dwen Ghana ho chen say ewiase aye wo yi minua ena say na e di ye nyina ye beko na emum eye say ye live legacy eye say ye timi ya no asem ya no disem ye nyuma ye beye no eye say dachi ankwa ama no etimi de comfort ma enchirema entimi me kasa enya jodon fe eye enchirema tiamanfo di matemo ye threaten ye bekumi ye be me de ya na e ha me enchirema me ma me so me ba asazizo no nyame andom me ma wo ma me ensa me nza me ma me ensa no nyame ba hira wo ma mo so awo eti anya hwekura no me mama ne me mama no omu da wo Ghana ha da achi ankwa ma bi Ghana di ya omu so ebi beka wo so
enya hwe occupational hazards sa na tie anti bi mo di teacher di so say so kwa guo mo ni sa bende eti nyame aduma edwada o se ho
andi bi channel fa videos on channel ye de nyame ase channel
o de ja kache no ka se wo nyini da o de ja kache na me san ho dodo no pa ba bende
tama na okuta dem ready shin kwada da
anyway yeah dog eti nyame aduma edwada anwumre ye besa afa other aspects and as sectors ni be ni edin ko aka nti be for the meantime na nyame aduma edwada media to aso
me pa termine
all right for enti Dr. George Donfe was development economist senior research fellow University of Ghana Legon and Motene Kanini AD and back to the studio but before me back to the studio no President Mahama okay ba mama kwaba Peter what to say
oh ahode o
na unim and why you shock one man why critic shock bi o
sir na
shock no this is the first time mama we say lawyer penimo te ho na obi di documents aba lawyer dey machine no lawyer Charles owusu wana lawyer batwa mu akwaba na what to say nyame adomboko so lawyer ka we use the ho
we do efe papa
me the white shirt atare no atare bo wi a hu nya fi
emunya fi
ba me de de what's a black shirt na wu twom kwa hu fu 20 back ba watade tutu ye fi
I tell you
I will say what the documents the PA no lawyer yamsi no document what prepared ho pa wo battle for the pa right enti lawyer penny chaso usu wana and aba be kan won ye president ema FOB 08 Friends of Baumia 2000 so most start saying no and go for ehu vision in 10 I feel a latter day city so abem but ni na so hia because una dey about 2008 now be so by na near vote back it is the same you say bia ni na everybody because latter day center I'm not using you say bia me the spite will be pamcho Mr. Ma all right it na make us say and now we share President Mahama kasa ne mam you no be quick one
yeah
and ko kwangitinkiti okay and ko kwangitinkiti we say oma ache eyin boy e wo hen fampo we so much go cost 700 and something
yes
ama nipa 13,000 say oh mama hwe figure okay any yes oma che 720 nama enipa 13,000 na etimi se nkokọ na ye cheye no
yeah
ebinya ne nan pe
quarter
ebinya ne se ebi enya na tabu keke obviously you see na go bon ye sina twetwe o na etwa yonko ho etwa duem obviously ade wi e slip Anabeboa.
Babuki.
Me the mijiri say a slip of tongue. E be say is trauma no.
And some kind be on the slip power.
And the next say he was on a slippery slope. And the quantity I make kind the same. I was here call UPSC.
Yeah.
What am I move on me?
Yeah, Bible quotation.
Bible quotation. He didn't get it wrong. Go.
Yeah, no, yeah. The chapters, chapter and
one missing the cake. And one chapter and verse were missing the cake.
Yeah.
But the quotation there, it was right.
Yes.
And I was sure Monswa, Ubehu.
Yeah.
And there's a someone 1 2 as I say. Ubehu. As to pressure the NDC for year or man. And the President Mahama say, a nipa 13,000. Akwache enkoko 720. Mucheche mu saying. It may be hold you to say indeed that was what he said. It wasn't a slip of tongue. Because President Mahama there when nipa bro say what to be a mistake. But see Messiah who be man, I am tempted to believe we say that was what he actually meant and it wasn't a mistake. Because and now mama could mama I have friend say otukono.
Yes.
Car any police say one koko afuom no what can check for the say Montana say and the person Mama buy a dear 2,500 extra chair 3,600
yeah.
So bit to make a choice 2,500 extra chair 3,600 na GD by force with the and the President Mahama it wasn't a slip of tongue say what car say and nipa 720 ekwa 13,000 enkoko 13 and nipa 13,000 kwa enkoko 720 it was you kum wom de ma wom it wasn't chicken it was rather chicken
and I be a chain be anya bi
me call me and na call a friend saying government of Ghana on my website but ko check me hu bibia sa wo what rather what I saw a launch of the Goko getting policy no e wo Kumasi no ya no kura mpolo o ma tafa figure bia anto say and then no mo launch ade no o mo tan Goko say figure bia ni ho me wo you know am I na me ye she o wie ye wo kai lithium deal na 10% and the NPP
yes
NDC abaso they about 5% they can almost say hey
and na ye
ya no na ye pure madness 80% ma ma so kan no enye slip la bacho once again mo akwa ba ya no abem microphone am kakra na la Saturday so dress say ya okay. Okay, we'll be some Mr. Pofo Onyinase Mahama was just missing some pages once again. But you see, Mahama was said,
for the president who has all the resources in the world to be able to be on. I don't believe it.
Obi say, so with all this hard information, why isn't the NPP holding press conference to counter the lies of John Dramani Mahama and his NDC? Minority leader, I indicated on their press conference, and I think the nipa na honor more than capable.
Because press conference must be taken.
But if I tell me, you said me a issue with you with microphone. My main copy to
microphone.
That means I may sort it out. Peter, but my mean to ready. Me TV is all me for SONA.
Kwame. I think President Mahama
Ochema appear.
And nyoma bi aya o kan nyoma aya ekoso no odwen ho a wonte ase. And for me it was very disappointing. Say on say wadi president pen. Enti obi a wadi akonya wakofie no asa bade. The understanding is that osuan there. So enti there are certain mistakes ne certain nyoma bi ekoso ana o kan no ya. Unyi ni say obi a wakaka pen pa na ne de ka mawa said you so steer mukura no ya reho de ya na bro adwene ntia so ebi o unim say onene obi a ne second term wanya tumi a indeed a supreme leader
yes
Oh no, Rawlings kura nya ne sa.
Yes.
Rawlings second term.
Why Debbie?
When ya even parliament or bread papa.
No chere no.
Yes.
Still for position.
Yes. But under John Dramani Mahama, the second term in parliament, obetumi kura da.
Your pen way.
Your pen obey. Hey, judiciary. Say. Omo ye the darling boy. Civil society organization. Do na support on the penasem. Ah, bawa kura na say oka uhu kura, enye uhu kura omba beka say uhu. Yensem trofu. Yemu bebre e penasem di nachi. Enti asofo do na e di nachi. Enti na ka adwen say oh, ka obehwe say obi a wadi akonwa pen, wasua bibi akwatena fie waba no. Ka niam bi obeye no, understand ne say ko beteki obeye bold nyuma bi ni nyuma bi a because am ema me ento so aba bi o. Nti ubeka say onhia say obeye no bi nso a ebe please people. Nanso uhwa na utie no ni nsem kekan ni ye bi say on si sign na ntro no na ya medwu ham me because emfa
Ochema
eno utie na me as an centroni or say or a member of GJ sorty or say a proud member of
it
GJ.
also a petition eba so me petition no
oh yeah me no ya
be time me na me say me tie nra do beka okay
no oka no also a proud member of centroni my centrofo eku na aya security agencies ni bi eye over serious intomo eta attacking centrofo President Mahama and security agencies in Guana, ya. They said, only over zeros are attacking Central for. One Kasa President Mahama and the presidency. What refer people to the BNI?
Yes, see, Yanchi
Omuko Ofusun cancer, or Koya Yachi no children you coffee. Almost a chain bio
based on Momo, you are not satisfied.
President Mahama now also yen some joining, you know, you are a proud member of GJ. And no. Under you, President John Dramani Mahama, your appointees are misbehaving. To the extent, say, for the first time in the history, you know, yet me change some training, say, so I'm foul source, ma. And say, baby, you information, you do better. Many are two God and Saturday. Yes, I'm a day, and yet, chain, so I'm funny source, Emra. Or brought him some training, no to me funny, baby, you has some and to this week, many men could PA CID headquarters. Unma some gruntia. Nina say President Mahama appointee or Penasom Pa Bako or Mif. Madam Nelson and Estina Nelson say some troni be atron wasem. No asem na otrofa no ho no na ninye ho. Or the system troni no akokot Wilberforce Asare. Any other some trophy or matro. Asem mo tro no nyese bi asem no ye ntro. Say audit report bi a wo maame no wo se wo ne audit report ne nya adwen. Yes, there are procedure with my firm, but wo bypass the procedure na some trophy na kotro. Enti wo do mo se asem no nya no kro na de asem na kwako pie court. What say wo mama ko fa lawyer for a o mo twen court date no ma pie. Na wa sa cholete akwakoma IGP say asem na wo de court no IGP msan konko hwehwe sa ansem ni mu. Na IGP so e de akoma CID ma this week Wilberforce Asare o ma invite no okoya or wa publish false information into o match na false information o so o match no enya no de akokoti enti say CID for hwehwe mu wi a enya fa no mo be ko enya court wa
so we say you have been defamed by the false publication and enya sir civil matter
o say mu charge no publication of false news unim lawyer wa ha then even the publication of false news no but any individual the individual aspect na say seditious and criminal libel law na adodanko Akufo-Addo ni president Akufo be yi free ho no e don be yi free ho no obi to bibi fa ho no obi ka bibi fa ho na say nya wo da o de ne court you cannot use state apparatus to arrest them troni. Yes, police for no so munimo nanso under President Mahama AC say yem hunahuna nsem trofo say the beya omuntimi ntro nsem enye nyoma entia
Now what the creature called NDC And do you think that they will be different from who they are?
No.
They can never be. Anything that who's no way say happening. That is how they pay. Their role is by, and that was the attitude. We are near coach you. We know I.
Yes.
And once as soon the woman be sitting there.
And you see,
tell me baby, I better use of power on the order of the day. But I don't know if it's only a public servant.
Oh. Enti me no ne na ha minister also a proud member of Ghana Journalist Association. Enti ensem trofo welfare de ehia no miwa enya no kresa miwa enya no kresa hwe entro ba ko a obedi ye also a create 1 million employment and o go to Ghana Statistical Service godon na o say a slip nti ne ye be kan say bia o ma o mo troma no na e bia o man kan no kure ankyerem enya no kure say president Mahama create 1 million jobs o buy enya no kure. I cannot say the president lied, but I can say the president slipped.
He was economical
with the truth. Oh, okay, he was economical because when him say 1 million job a day, fast check and no kaya no omuko check here, and anybody can call Ghana Statistical Service. Ghana Statistical Service on website. Almost say on market 330,000. Almost say the same figure now President Mahama making the first third quarter of last year or quarter year no. Almost say under that period no. Omu created 330,000 jobs. Until that President Mahama unya sa 1 million
every hini. Go for a year modini
itself. Until just say clearly nipa na ode sa asem no ekoma na ode be share ni speech be kan no wa ma president anka no kore. Na misre ma o ka say obaye all aspects, all sectors of the economy, our lives are improved. No kore.
And you're far away from the truth.
Ghana for our mutie near Shrift near T4. Why now because the President Mahama buy apart from Oma appointees in NDC for Omo NDC for the crowd people do not say Omo lives improve here. Share who say under every government bar the first year, the second year, even though you are no more under IMF no, Omo to electricity. Any utility bills. In fact, President John Adekum Kufuor any Nana Ado Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Nana Ado kra de 2018 kra nyina oti electricity bill so me wo ha.
A necessity.
Yes.
It is a necessity.
Yes. PLC reduces electricity tariffs 17.5% for homes and then to 30% for businesses in March 2018. Now President Nana Ado Dankwa Akufo-Addo buy na 2017-2018 no on two electricity bill and water bills no. Even 2018 the second year March, that is the same year in review year President Mahama say yeah no at least 17-18% and ne electricity yantum there are two mom and there minu ebe say it's a meter they use Usain Bolt running
a Dominica.
What I say so enya no crazy all sectors of the economy I improve my lives I improve under John Dramani.
Now which sector has improved?
No enya no crazy. Now in any case is it even true say he inherited an economy in crisis? It's not true. Oma nkese before ombe free abem ana omubeba abem December ye to abawie no a omo ye transition no na ora setepe na lead omo economic no with MPP aban Kenufrata economic team no oni Joy FM ekasai ti o say there are positive signals that Ghana's economy is bouncing back to pre-COVID era. Now can ya o say COVID no ma o man ko ahuyehiem na ono data wahu and IMF figures ne ade ni data ne ade na wahu no e kire say COVID twa mu no economy no has started back to normalcy Ted and ne Ubekache say Ube inherit economy na nyoma de asay.
Now we see the whole country a crime scene.
Yes.
What do you expect him to say? Thereafter, say or no boy.
Oh, continue. Just say. Apart from that, no, unim. And you may be a mom kujum. A dear nyoma pa na swati under President John Dramani Mahama. Even dollar some year almost say above for mama fuel price above for me. Transport a man for a full adequate a swati. And you know correct.
Let's say we a tax.
Eric Pacho me ma video ki tu e short video. Mahama lies on jobs. A short video.
Aha, oh fantastic.
Mahama lies on jobs. A short video about 30 seconds or 25 seconds. It's here now about Ochama Atum Amam.
Nemo near SC Ora Abra NDC bar muno. And they say a month for in the past, Nanka says some lose some job. Normally, it is the political appointees now are buying about the sound. Ordinary workers, I have found more Juma. Not even after the 7 December 2024. No, as far back 2021, you already. Last week, court order maritime boss say Omeji 26 dismissed staff. NDC ba omayi omadi. Was our fine or mine 310,000 Ghana cedis. Court. A fine maritime. Omo NDC ba no. Omo omayi omadi omo akot na fi. 26. Court ama ruling say yes I'm form back bio. Because omo fa so eyi omadi no. Am fa
compensation for.
Na omo kwa no bebre o ma ye form adwuma long before Crampo say ebesi abato afimu the date no also we nti rather no it is under John Dramani Mahama and for the first time a man for lose adwuma ordinary workers ordinary workers
and according to the Ghana Statistical Services, over 1 million Ghanaians have found employment between Q1 and Q3 of 2025.
A few moments later.
Between the first and third quarters, employment increased by over 330,000 people.
If you lie, you will not go to heaven.
All right, that was for 80 and President Mahama in his usual elements, lying his way through. Yeah, found what we're trying to now. We'll be at the 20 years, it takes 1 trying to now. What the 62 years are. I don't want the guys who put that there's a higher responsibility on you, say, yes, wouldn't you know, cry and
yeah, the same first quarter.
So far, Ghana, a buying, you who will be a 1 year apprenticeship. More than President John.
Yes, yeah, entina
apprenticeship.
Entina, oh yeah.
But may come because the Wilson will be all. And seamstress you mean, yeah. Pushing at the pump 7 different places. Cancer Agye. What I say? Cancer young the chaso. Let us who should do that. A bit of mess about home. I pay wrote to me take a crack. Na
me take a crack.
Yes, we take away in India.
I try very much to independent of Ghana.
Okay.
How that has affected their lives.
Okay.
Going on to the floor parliament and saying these things, quoting figures and the rest of it. The question is, how has it manifested to the benefit or the betterment of the people of Ghana? Because at the end of the day, Ghana is the human being, citizenry, Ghana for. So our jargons near here, but you take your cue from how they came to power. What did they make? They came to power through strong propaganda. And some man see Ghana a friend saying crime scene. A friend say oracle, oral as a day, and in your manoma be brave.
Oh, orano. So they wouldn't lawyer Kwakwasari. Kwakwazar. But the name be better. My iki 12 be. said no Sikasafa Ora, any enra his disappointment.
Because it was not based on any truth.
Yes.
I said cathedral. No. It was not based on any truth. But for political purposes, almost to dust in Ghana for Ghana for they developed a hatred for President Kufuor for some reason. Until they were happy to believe these things. So the manifestation in Eba. Yes, $10 cedis as 11 cedis. And no more buying the $1 at all. And then no more buying the Ghana cedi ankasa at all. Now a government comes in or say, 11 in papa, 11 now. It's only a set of people who want to send money to somewhere and almost incur the tax cost.
Yes.
It obey 11 if you or you live if you are no increasing petrol electricity taxes so high, say, but electricity taxes and almost everybody in Ghana uses electricity. He has to buy electricity one. Into 11 no any electricity hike no. They are in the Eku Ghana for. So they been 2,000 cedis per week in electricity. Now, that wouldn't the implications of those things. The implications in the say Ghana na yewo obi ehia fridge kakra na aduane no odi na ebi ka no dia shape say the be empro because I ja ho de na ye ne etwem enti na have a health and nyoma enti the previous government no on to electricity even the COVID time no kra no to electricity man for because it was necessary for the development and the health of the people of Ghana. When omundi ene abadaye bia anwini nipa ne ho ntino they will reduce cocoa price. Where cocoa for no sa cocoa who say say friend cash crop satete ne friend cash crop and na akari Ghana sa besimne it is a say cocoa price a drop government for the benefit of the human beings who will be doing the cocoa next cocoa season no be yes can yet means subsidizing. It tells you that they don't have any sentiment or any goodness for the people of Ghana.
Yes.
Human beings who here. It's in the first that make us an estimate in Yajuman. Osha almost rain. I could sit down my president
Professor Mills by
now. And then human intervention, social human intervention ben omoyeda. A cry ye income support to you need unemployment benefit to you need disability allowance you need health care allowance and BBR and but government say there is a percentage of the population that is unemployed. Unemployed means no revenue, no salary, no nothing. How do these people live? That is why MPP back power they make social human interventions. So the bear a bell limit you kakra. And the difference between NDC and MPP is that MPP for normal bar they go straight to make policies where President Kufuor buy or your capitation grant. What was it for? And from Kwala number school so the bear meet me school start school. Now constitution since 1992. Oman trigada. Ono be and man na omukwa hospital now. They are your maternal because we meet him oba epe no se free maternity omomre fie enifo na no de omo ba fie enkwala na omo ye the future say no omo na no de omo ba fie say the be ya omo tran hospital no omo nyare a human development obi no say NHIS no and what was it for? To make sure that everybody who got sick would be able to go to the hospital at least for a doctor to tell him say oh you are malaria and now he say no akwa prove of a big one even at that level. A human intervention so that the human being will keep body and soul together. After that, or sounds you a free feeding, or sounds you a leap, or sounds you a metro mass. All these, in the midst of building roads, in the midst of building structures, and also human beings, so much to be developed. Nana do better no ye, or you free SHS. What was the baggage of the amount of UFA? No uncommon SHS no. Education. How would the country look like, the human capital? How was it going to look like in the next 15 years? You have a country of a lot of people, most of them are not qualified to do anything. If the country enters into industrialization, And conform a few other countries now, because they said they're happy on South Africa, blacks in a year, And the policy is for the people. And yet the policy of lies and deceit. Lying to the people because some of the people are also not up to the level to discern. The air can whether it is true or not. It is a cocoa for your catch say, hey, Master, cocoa is say no, 2,500 is better than 3,100 the other government in the buy. The amount of money that the CD buys, say, CD no go unya bi na dey atonio many be. Unya no dey atonio many be. How did the economy get better? How did inflation come down? How did GDP benefit? Is it to the detriment of the people? The expenses do not matter. Media hold up a fan. Papa, president, some of Okeka on the Okeka is something said the normal government. No, it has not changed.
Meko Eric Bachobe de imam ora fa ora ayen etoso mama say aye ready fatoso na mene lawyer eni nkomon aha eni me bacho wo hwe ade so a ye refer de kwaku aza ba de biankasa de lawyer kwaku asare enna mencho ye bi in writings be on ora no enna ye de aye sa infographics we e de amafo se ubia ehwe bie no na wo hwe first one na ba ko ye first one on the left 18th December 2025 was say that time go for Statistical oral sem go for disappointed started but say oral ni enye adwuma and was say oral to shift into 5th year in 2026 we expect convictions, confiscations and consequences and was it the year 18th December 2025. Then 22nd December 2025 was when we go run yourself for the sano the ideology be was when Gogo says Ora is in 5th year. Yanum say he should not say that. So even as the AG alleges more financial crimes the year. Then 15th January 2026, judge says no slow down. Ora in 5th year. It cannot, will not slow down. Yem say give to worry. A case be a court no more cash more per time was one to ask it. They say, oh, you didn't any more boosted, say any costro. Then Enra, my people Casayan, and what can be say, Ora no court cases the Yana a check. Ubi our right to submit to my court appeal. I say this no and before any to was here. A whole man na Quaza betray good oral delivery. But no good news on Ora. Gogo warrant the year. Patrick Friso. Council. Say we your lawyer opinion. Na Bank of Ghana. I could see Bank Square. And I have promoted about. But say I might be beside Jama. We will come back. At which way Friso Eric. Yeah, you see Bank Square. Bank of Ghana for AC Dino. Now, according to Saint, could you have black one? Say yes, you call on the Tijano, and my will be as Saint, and we Saint. This is going to I will go away, but this uncle to baby. Now, but and I'm saying, what did he say? Ya inflate cost of the building. And no total cost of the building now was 250 million, I say, no. Nina, no more dash Ura, we say, send this for bar. On Betty says Calo, every Kufuado. I say a dam. Now NDC for Agye, can't say near Barco. And the Bank Square and that's the tallest building in Ghana. Yeah, he's saying no 40 minutes from Kwani Gumono. Almost says can DC Dino on Betty for Kufuado appointees for. You look at Ura. Barco also say, was say a buying call for back to a buying sassy. Na uko street value. Ebi or to a dino assassin 500,000 Ghana cedis according to the valuation by Lands Commission. Nemomuno street value of that same land no ebi $2 million. And you know or better $2 million or better 500,000 Ghana cedis na $2 million. The difference never can except what if you nipa krono it's a new state capture. Ya no ka ora. Ya no see another pure madness because a street value and then to assassin. Lands Commission omelette a value assassin. State Transport Company corporation STC omelette value car a buy car it is a STs for value a buy car let's say 1,000 cedis ultimate kasa me kwa fa kasa na nkana will be to be 5,000 it ba be 4,000 difference no o ma kasa de ma we nyina bom ama president Mahama akwati committee bi very useless committee ya Dumelovo wasting state funds and them mo ko so ye no matika mu petrol si petrol ma ko gina kofo amount for property harassing kofo afa ade na echi o reality set in no afa de Dominica Yile was say the police say bones as a day raw bones no mo de buy into no aman ayedin Domelovo so say Domelovo part of were part of the oral committee former auditor general oka ho afa de wo wie ya wo say no na a compilation of hearsay council
Master, and I make a from the beginning. They say we have entered into a certain section of this country. Our politicians know they say anything so that they can gain votes. What do they make say? For example, Ora they say from day one, how could the 12 black start to say original airport to stop them from traveling outside the country without any evidence of any crime committed? With the suspicions and government to be an or head the Commonwealth at the bend or stop no. So the excesses of NDC for power, the excesses of arbitrary use of power. No. Something has to be done about it.
Yes.
Some of these people must be held liable in different things. I'm Ghana for so me pamucho bebre mu amutie no. Some yam will be na senye mra. Mo for mo court. That is the only way. So kasa nya to musro ehun de e ma nipa bebre ntimi develop.
Yeah, fear. True.
E ma nipa no kweli into it.
Yeah.
But nipa ne nyina eti here say ye bewu at some point. But what are we leaving for our children? Fear. So we betimi aba no use arbitrary use of power. No kwa chip papa your tea say papa na kabibi no agi which is his right under the constitution to share his views and his opinions. Intermediate kwego ora no e ba no omo catalog of anyoma na omo ka no me hu say a part of omo propaganda to convince Ghanaians say NPP government had done so badly. Even the president says country ni nyina ye de ben crime scene. What are we seeing? And then ye hu nipa he ne ye jeli omo. In fact, cases no landmark cases no the evidence go mutimi abuse evidence. Entino ora na de it was a fluke. Now Okujetwa Blackwa is very good at that. So Kaya, by 2008 elections. Only a fifikwete. Almost President Kufuor akwa kofa Ghana fosi kabe 5.something billion usahi. Almost funny at the end sa.
I see we are Ghana gold nyina.
Tell me ya appointee almost say. Almost your ministers now almost call for vetting. Ye bisa almost so ade na nya nukure. I think no man will say anything. Sometimes no man win elections. Ora and the same thing. They started going on with the Ora no, and some year better tuaba. The tuaba ni way and have Ora and the now how can you be so deceptive to the people that now employ you to come into governance to rule for them? Normally in your campaign, you can't say mebwa. Yeah, we need really it is serious business.
Yes.
Now if you can go on to parliament. Now the country is 730 in Koko and Wachichama 13,000 people. What does that mean?
Anointing.
At that level. Sometimes you are entitled to tell the people the truth, what the situation that they are going to face is. Now because it has been the order of the day. There be a cassette and microphone with the perception say microphone omo dreaming do baby on betimi I break it down this things one the yanka because street life sanity. Wow. Countries have gone through this phase and those countries have been limited to the bare minimum. Liberia sanity here, Sierra Leone sanity here, Rwanda sanity here, South Africa, Nigeria, Ivory Coast. Places who said Bibita Civil War near Kosono. San your mind system no break it down to the extent that the politicians become too powerful. More powerful than what they are supposed to be. And they say things, and something people believe because they divide the country into two political parties. Name Oha and a Winsu Oha. So when one kind of crack, Memfa, when one can do try, no one to Mafa. When you're careful, because countries have gone down because of this situation. My mama example be one Liberia.
Okay.
Liberians are American Liberians, no. Top bet no money top man no money American Liberians say mobile no ban Liberia. Americans don't buy. On by natives no. But they were in power into Bibiania Omoneye. The resentment between the two factions was brewing. And they do point to be Tobet went to sign an agreement with the New York mayor for the bond mines. Some mines back on iron ore. So or the man or buy another kind document, As usual, Ghanaian leaders they go and they read, they don't read, they sign before they come home. It's about Obajade, who's that? Ose. And what sign or they buy? To buy your kind or go for kind who said they've given away their mind for nothing. It was so unfulfilling. Also unfulfilling. And now, who's a Liberian a presidential mansion, submarine to be bent. It's microphone far mercenaries from America. From the submarine, who don't be raho, and no coach Tobet no Mukuno. And you do the cool Tobeto. Sankophone in the big cool. Into Mukuno, no. And no, there was another American Liberian, or lieutenant. Into a moment, sign another document. No more than a year, leader of the country. So I say, I could. Into a year, so I'm going to teach you. Tom, I call back. Now, like American lieutenant. And no who said Master Sergeant Do was the most senior officer amongst the lot on number 5 of the international sign. Sergeant knows who said I didn't know all sign. And what? And no can say Utia on Yadian into call IMF for call for Mulo and no call to the people. No confounding your contributions no try. And no more really see Charles Taylor through Ivory Coast. Because Ivory Coast President February, you know, the Baba and Samuel, a friend say, Tobet wife, only daughter. Into a more far on mobile. I still a bit do it, not okay on the Americans in the Waba. No more really say Prince Johnson. Prince Johnson never fast Samuel do no cocoon
and one on
a Janus soil between the natives. What happened? And local Liberia is a shadow of itself.
Yeah.
And a core. Sierra Leone. Go free town. Because a corona debate.
Oh.
What did they make an say? Esida. I see it beating here because when politicians begin to lie to the people just to gain votes, who catch a go for some mom 6,000 cities for cocoa. Who buy your about 2,500. Then you have the effrontery to go to them and tell them, say, the 2,500 is better than the 3,100 that the previous government gave. Because 3,500, 100 will buy more things in this country than 2,500.
Yes.
On a practical scale.
Mathematics as a
it is important for the life of this country and the survival of this country in these difficult times. Say, journalist, fourth rem, no. But when the civil war starts, you will not have a place to hide. You have to go to Liberia to be a refugee. People of very good family background became prostitutes here, became servants here because of war, because of civil war, because of survival. There's peace. Let us maintain it that way. But let us be truthful. Let us be truthful. Nana Kufuado, MPP for. They be America assassin. I'm for and for my being called so. Anybody that's in the form of Ghana, it is a human being that forms Ghana. It is very Ghanaians. And yeah, then you build a house today, 20 years time, nobody wants to go in because I checked. I dilapidate it. But when you invest in a human being, you probably become a lawyer, a businessman, and the rest of it. And you create equity and develop a setting. That is what the white man has done. The white man has invested in the citizenry of their country, and they have developed their country in their settings. Government, most of the development that you see are done by the people because they have been invested in. America is the greatest country today because they decided to say liberty. Yeah, the obeti man is obeti me do TS from now but so near TS come out. Yeah. But over here, politicians are trying to control the lifestyles of the people of Ghana, not giving them the opportunity, not giving them their own money so that they can create equity in their settings. It will never augment well with us. Ghana is Ghana for dia. So at any given time, not go for Dubai, and then okay. Also, media may be tranquilizing schools because the future is the youth urban. We need to prepare them so that they can take over from us tomorrow. I'm not for Tiasia, but somebody has to make that decision. So, mean trauma and colani illiterates. Now, your human capital and cash in at some point, then creating a investment and equity man and erodusa. Intimate far buying sika. Nipa na mso nipa bonini no. Ose me far buying sika. Na me dey tuan kwala school fees fully. So the be parents na omo ntimi ntua no. It will be sorted out. But me nye discriminatory. Intimate so obi an copy. Because constitution ma me kwan ma me discriminate against any person. It no media me tuo bia wa office wo scan fa ba no private school.
Choice.
Muso nipa bonini. Ofi abem no. No, why 3 million in Kuala Ako school free. Only the human capital. So say they have one step to invest in. Only one step left. From the 3 steps now 4 steps now no more. Obi na making that decision. Obi no say kokokete. What does that mean? What does it mean?
Yeah, what does it
mean? What does it mean? OBN himself 24-hour economy. It's not achieved by a kokokete.
Cancer festival, member. But begin to win him say trade minister, Aqua Parliament. Our catch Ghana for say. One district, one factory, none, and then could start here. Or my jay. Or can the parliament do? Yet, a branch, the President Mahama party.
Mammy can be. Missy,
say, I am born.
Also, my jay, or person Sadino. A dino no more person because they have been on the rampage of changing names of things that benefit.
She said the goal for reserves.
Yes, because don't we need policy. What is NDC's policy? Policy direction.
And one young conqueror.
Yes. Yes, and sign documents in a yes, and sign. Yes, and sign. But policy direction. They have never come up with any policy direction. Agye President Atamils. I know, yeah, and I didn't say some crude oil and gas finds. Or person or develop central region, western region as a oil and gas hub. 18 no cockroaches cast or baby a trouble a plant and then manoma and it's manoma. What happened to it? In Kofor Bakana have a western region almost see hotels because they could see say the downstream was going to beat. Later on, you going Ivory Coast. And there's a talk for another time.
Me that say. I was for until lawyer penny lawyer Charles Owusu Juana. Na me kan go for say Joanna na JOA and the ma de ni bia na say dey na me the way member de
member pa na me say me member pa
ba so busa de bi
me fi di mechi wa Ashanti region crop show
da bi was say Joanna no sa the name Joanna no if him
the name Joanna oh if Ghana
na say Ghana di
Joanna nya Joanna
na Joanna na Ghana di
Ghana di pa
sa
anya Brazil fooding
me say me ka say bia Latino ayi food
oh David Joanna uko bronga halfwa oh
za Joanna Ford ho
ya bebre
all right Jamusa 40 taso so Joanna and na mote
ne gwana mkuta sa DDP
what
me unique
yes we dress no so janya se ketu oba na me say na Saturday so we say ya no ye ko say aso the o te adwoada no buku ada wo e na me da so oye nyeye oba for ma we na make us be necessary last be call Dr. Bamia ho na what that is in a weekend do Dr. Bamia TV na that I know more time and na what say say come on what issue what won ko baby azu and what on what visitors the one catch say doc Free Bank of Ghana achew eti you should go ho net na is the blessed t-shirt be one dey ko apekwa ase so na go for mbra wo nche
culture
akan ho abusafo enti muna makokra kumanti na wono so waba betan che ba bedi enko no mark enra me just udi eche kakra dia ma me take away with general perspective but making kind ade bi on creative art no me ho ade bi sisi minimum say before you free power na ye bi bi trade fair
yes
ba me kind ade ni sisi no President Mahama say Oba Berifebeshe AICC Accra International Conference Center omu wia ho no still na isha entino this year omone private for ebe kan bomu no masi new convention center